The city of Santa Barbara will hold a memorial marking the one-year anniversary of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. A number of intense tornadoes and thunderstorms ripped across the Midwest, leaving 6 people dead and dozens hurt this morning. We are just a day away from what many are calling the yard sale of the century. Oprah's big auction is tomorrow at the Santa Barbara Polo Club. Well, this is pretty cool. The stuff you buy online on Amazon could soon be delivered by drones. Yep, you heard me right. It's a new delivery service called Prime Air. We've been told time and time again that Photoshop is playing tricks on us, stretching, smoothing, and buffing the models in magazines and making them look even more gorgeous. You're looking at live pictures where there's an active scene. Well, we are learning that there are multiple people that have been shot. That is, according to the LAPD. There are unconfirmed reports right now, but possibly one suspect could be in custody. Paula, we've been closely monitoring these tragic turn of events all day. Suspect Christopher Dorner's rampage is widespread with impacts here in our area. If you can imagine the relief of these passengers getting off that ship, 4,200 people, and I'm told there was only one elevator working, so it's taking several hours for them to disembark. These are the big boys here, essentially 1,500 of them. They'll be going off at the very end of the show. And Dominique, how does it all really work? Pieces going for about $1,000 or more. This Jumo doll, $5,000 to $8,000, an original from the late 19th century. And my favorite, this Vogue cover from 1998, signed by Oprah, starting bid at around $2,000. I'm still trying to get that Vogue poster. I'm going to try to bid on it.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I may want to keep that poster.
That's what we were talking about.
I know. I thought I'd kept that poster.
And with California now allowing gay marriage, one couple tells me they finally feel like first-class citizens. From singer Robin Thicke blowing up the music charts to his father, Growing Pains star and Carpinteria resident Alan Thicke, now they're launching a comedy reality show, and I had a chance to go behind the scenes.
Is cooking up some romantic, really nice Valentine's Day wetter for us in a couple days.
Yeah.
Does Valentine's Day excite you guys, or is it just the ladies that are excited?
Well, always such loaded questions.
And in the last 12 years since the attacks, they've been raising money for the Santa Barbara Firefighters Alliance. And Bob tells me they're more complete individuals, meaning they're less concerned with what they don't have and more content with what they do. In Santa Barbara, Shirin Rajaee, News Channel 3. It's game time, and these kids are not just playing around.
We throw some hoops, we dribble, we learn how to pick up the ball with our wheels. Yeah.
Is it pretty tough?
Yeah, it's really tough.
Are you getting better?
Yeah, I'm getting better. I really like it.
Kids who use wheelchairs from ages 6 to 19 can sign up, and the program even offers free transportation in some areas. I had a chance to shoot around with 11-year-old Jesus from Thousand Oaks, just one of the 45 kids taking part in this year's junior wheelchair camp. Last year, the camp gave Jesus a special recognition.
It was really, really good. I felt really good. I wasn't know I was going to win, but I won.
What did you have to do to become Camper of the Year?
Work really hard and do my best at sports.
Oh, Marty's got it.
Instructor Eric Kaiser, who's in a wheelchair himself following a motorcycle accident, says sports was an important way for him to transition from an able body to one with a disability.
I think it gives them an idea of what their potential is. We're out here on the court every day and kind of pushing them and asking them to try new things a little bit different and challenging them every day.
But it's not just fun on the court. The camp features tennis, racquetball, rock wall climbing, volleyball, rugby, and many other activities tailored to the kids' abilities, like this little guy who's just killing it in the water.
It's just fun to be. It's really just fun to be here.
There's limited use in his legs, so the thing that makes him not equal to another child his age is that he doesn't have the power of the kick. But he has got extreme power with his upper body, as you can see. I see William as being a Paralympian one day. And swimming would be one of many sports that he could excel at.
Now, what's really neat is that some of these campers, after they graduate high school, they're coming back to this camp, this time as counselors and instructors. And this one-week annual camp is free to the public. It's serving those from Oxnard to San Luis Obispo, some people even from Los Angeles. To sign up, go to our website at KEYT.com for more information.
Shirin Rajaee sat down with them just one day after the son's memorial.
When she called me, she said, I don't want you to worry. I knew in my heart that there was something wrong.
It's that phone call every mother and father dreads to receive. For Ron and Tammy Meisner, it came the night of June 30th when their daughter-in-law called, informing them that the raging fire near Prescott had turned deadly. Shortly after, it was Tammy's brother who let them know their son Sean was one of the 19 firefighters killed.
I threw my phone across the kitchen and I just started screaming. I couldn't bear it. I dropped to my knees and just, no, this isn't happening.
An emotional interview now 17 days after the tragedy. The Meisners tell me they drove nearly 9 hours straight to Arizona, desperately trying to get to their 26-year-old son.
That was always my thoughts. What was he thinking about? Was he afraid? Was he confident? Did he feel pain?
Sean always dreamed of playing professional football for the Dallas Cowboys, but it was during his early high school days at San Ynez High when he quickly realized his true passion was to be a firefighter, following in the footsteps of his cousin, uncles, grandfather, and great-grandfather.
It's comforting to a certain point to know that he's with my father.
As proud parents, they tell me Sean was happy he had achieved his goal of joining a very elite firefighting team and loved what he did. Sean and this group of 20 guys, just one of whom survived, shared a special bond. And according to Tammy's last phone call with her son, they were a fearless bunch.
And I asked him, Sean, were you afraid? Are you afraid? He didn't have to think about it. And he said, no. He says, I'm confident. I've trained hard. And he says, I know what we're doing. And I said, well, what about your crew members? How do you feel about them? Were any of them afraid? And he said, no. I said, Mom, we're a team. This is what we do.
But outside of work,
He's not going to be with his baby boy. And he was looking so forward to that.
last September, Sean exchanged vows with the love of his life, Amanda, and they were expecting. Amanda is now 8 months pregnant with her unborn son, Jackson.
He's going to be throwing lots of footballs, and he's going to be playing a lot of baseball. And if his mother has anything to do with it, he'll be playing soccer.
Roger Estevez says that he was once a negotiator. Again, for 24 hours, he tried to save a boy's life, and he said that he wants to meet this Georgia hero. He says the story of her brave negotiations came out to honor him at a memorial held at the high school stadium, where Sean played many football games and where his dad coaches track and cross country. And while the support has been uplifting for the family, the heartache remains.
I can't talk to him. I can't look him in the face and see his smile. I can't hug him. And I want to do that so badly.
For me, it's nice to get back to St. Ynez and get back to coaching, because I always think of those kids as my kids, you know, and so it's nice to have 40 other kids now. I can kind of give my attention to them.
You're carrying a piece of Sean with you right now.
Yes. Right here. The star.
Sean's ashes lay forever next to his parents' hearts, and they tell me that they smile knowing that each time they got off the phone with him, they'd say, "We love you, Sean, and we're so proud of you." Now, both Ron and Tammy are grateful for the outpouring of support. They want to thank everyone from Prescott, Arizona to here up and down the coast. There is a memorial fund that's set up if you'd like to help out the family. That information is on our website at KEYT.com.
I have 15 bid 16. I have 15 bid 1600. 15 bid 16. I have 1600 and 1700.
First-time auctioneer Oprah Winfrey was on fire.
Going once, going twice, sold at 6.
The talk show queen had the crowd out of their seats, snapping photos. Even best friend Gayle King was there to support. Oprah auctioned off a few items, including a 1985 color purple poster. She even signed it for the lucky new owner, who dished out a nice $4,100.
Thank you so much. On behalf of my girls, thank you so much.
Hundreds of Oprah's personal belongings from her homes in Santa Barbara, Indiana, Maui, and Chicago were up for grabs. Everything from fine art to antiques. But the media mogul tells me it's time to let go.
So trying to just clear out all the stuff, you know, everybody goes through this at some point in their life, trying to declutter.
As Miss Winfrey renovates her Montecito estate, she says the Oprah style has changed.
When I first came to Santa Barbara and I found that beautiful estate there, I thought you had to do like a big fancy, you know, estate-looking house with, you know, 18th century and 19th century gold gilded stuff. That really isn't who I am. When I really moved here and was spending more time here, I realized I really am a pajama girl. And so I don't need silk sofas. I need some slip covers so that the dogs can lay on the sofas. I'll live in every room in my pajamas.
You request that from your guests too?
Oh, you must wear pajamas if you're coming to my house.
And these folks were up against those bidding online and by telephone. This set of 6 18th century Louis XVI chairs went for a whopping $60,000. The electric scooters, around $2,500 each.
I'm still trying to get that Vogue poster. I'm going to try to bid on it.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I may want to keep that poster.
That's what we were talking about.
I know. I thought I kept that poster.
And she did. Oprah had a change of heart and ended up keeping this beautiful 1998 Vogue cover. But this yard sale of the century, as many called it, has a bigger vision.
I support a school in South Africa. I built the school. And not only did I build the school, I pay for the cost of running the school.
In 2007, she founded the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for disadvantaged girls in South Africa. The idea was inspired by Nelson Mandela. While sitting on the former South African president's couch, Oprah tells me they both agreed. To change the world, it starts with education.
I have 370 girls at the school. I have 75 girls graduating every year. All of those girls go to college.
All proceeds of the auction will be donated to the foundation, but college tuition for 74 girls can even be much for Oprah.
Anybody who's ever put one through college, you know what I'm talking about. You know why I'm selling the sofas. Okay.
Now, the auction raised nearly $600,000. Again, that money will be going towards Oprah's Leadership Academy Foundation, and her Montecito home should be renovated just in time for her 60th birthday bash in January. In Santa Barbara, Shirin Rajaee, News Channel 3.